Hello, ladies and gentlemen. The tripod has returned for your listening entertainment. Caesar has been booted off the face of the planet, so I'm going to push pause right now. Like I was saying, ladies and gentlemen,
I almost did it again.
the tripod is here. I am Mangria fueled. Of course, you can catch all my shit on a channel you're watching this on. There's an APPW explosion of content coming your way. We got the latest Dynamite. We got Sunday Night Ski. We got another Dynamite plus Prominent happening this Saturday. So stay tuned to all that good shit. But Stix Adam, go ahead and plug yourself, gentlemen.
Well, if you couldn't tell already, my name is Stix Adam. You can find me at Stix Adam on the Instagram and on the Twitter. Follow at your own discretion. I really don't post shit outside of trying to post stuff for the podcast and some APPW. So follow at your own discretion.
Carpe Deuce. Plug yourself.
What's going on, motherfuckers? It's your boy, Julius _Ceizar. Julius spelled like it is, underscore does what it does. Ceizar, Ceizar. I am the man known as Julius Ceizar in APPW, a.k.a. Carpe Deuce, a.k.a. the People's Champ, or at least 10 Cunts Champ, a.k.a. What up, Troy? That's my man, Troy. A.k.a. the Bretsky Whipper, a.k.a. the Jake Killer, a.k.a. your mama's favorite BBC, a.k.a. CEO of the Big Brunch Gang. You damn right. A.k.a. Mr. Plan B is on me, a.k.a. I leave chats early. If the blooper reel pops up, you'll understand that, dude.
That's a lot of AKAs. And speaking of three-letter, whatever they call those, we're starting with NXT this week. We're kicking it off with Grayson Waller arriving and takes in all the hate from the fans outside because of what he did to Johnny Wrestling the previous week. And we kick off with Cameron Grimes. He doesn't even call himself that anymore. Nope. But Cameron Grimes versus Duke Hudson, no holds barred. Grimes doesn't even let Duke get into the ring before he stuffs him in a trash can and beats him down. Grimes, of course, sets his sight on removing that blonde Swiffer duster off of Duke's head. After a thumb to the eye, almost murders Grimes with a razor's edge to the plexiglass barrier, but Grimes reverses it into a Hurricane Rana. Duke does slam Grimes' head onto a setup chair in ring. Looked pretty gnarly. Commercial picture-in-picture, Duke dominates. Duke gets poker table from under the ring. That was kind of cool. Wade, of course, waxing poetic about Duke throughout. Duke does powerbomb Grimes through the poker table. Duke brings Clippers into the ring. Grimes poison Rana plus cave in to a seated Duke for the win. It kind of was sloppy, but hey, it worked. Grimes removes Duke's wig. Duke flees. You want to talk about fair? A fair is a place you take a pig to. That's what Vic says. And then, of course, Julius Ceizar, let's get your thoughts on the beginning no holds barred match. Cameron Grimes, Duke Hudson.
Yeah, fucking Duke Hudson came out to the ring with a special to pull a special pool table out of the ring. What kind of function's going on here? Cracker ain't had no regular table, pulls out a pool table out this bitch. Yeah, this was a good match for the old barn. Like I always say, man, NXT, they know how to do gimmick matches right. This was a good match. It was, still another gimmick. But I thought it was a little bit better than the match they had, Hair versus Hair, just because of the weaponry and the fuck shit. And of course, Wade Barrett, cracking the jokes as he usually does. And so, yeah, I had no problem with this match. It was a good kickoff match. It was fun, entertaining. You got some tables, some chairs, some stairs. And then old Duke got a bald head by the end of it. Overall, good shit, though.
Well, Stixy Drip, who wore it better, Kurt Angle or Duke Hudson? The chin guard with the wig.
Don't you disrespect my Olympic hero like that. Don't you ever disrespect my Olympic hero.
Yeah, it's true. It's damn true. You show some. Don't disrespect the Olympic hero. This was a good match. I mean, it was a little sloppy, but like you guys just said, when there's gimmick matches, NXT does a phenomenal job. And this was an excellent way to start it off. And maybe a little bit of another chapter in the rivalry we have of Cameron Grimes and Mr. Dealer himself, Duke Hudson.
Excellent way to kick off the night. Up next, we had a Cora Jade interview interrupted by Dakota about not trusting straight Sonya. Cora says, "Thanks, Mom." After this, we get BJ going to a country concert with Casey and Caden. Don't know who that band was, but BJ was being corny as fuck. Grayson Waller out in a bootleg rock shirt. Shut the hell up, Chance. Plays his Instagram video of last week. Oh shit, he throwing shade at Wade? I was like, what? Shade at Vic too, of course. Grayson doing a great job garnering heat for himself. Vic saying Grayson's not even verified on Twitter. That was pretty funny. Vic, he's stepping up his game now that Beth is gone. Malcolm Bivens talking smack to Braun along with Diamond Mine. Damn, girl, you strong as hell to Ivy.
Bivens is goated.
Stixy Drip, your thoughts on Cora calling Dakota Kai mom? Any thoughts on that?
It was a nice little subtle jab. I mean, the back and forth's been there, so it's another one of those. And of course, Dakota telling Cora to watch her back with Raquel, because I mean, you would about the time you fall asleep on Raquel is going to be when she ends up costing you that championship and your title match. So it was a nice little back and forth.
The BJ concert with Casey and Caden,
and both these boys hoping that they could score a late night after party, and they got no chance in hell. They're going to be the ones. They'll be the ones parking the fucking vehicles for the other guys that have a shot.
Grayson Waller out there getting the heat.
Yeah, this was interesting. Him throwing shade at Wade, because it kind of was. You kind of heard a little bit more of it later on in the show when with Wade coming back on that. I mean, it was a little interesting because Wade was all in on Grayson, and all of a sudden he started throwing shade on Wade, and he stopped that hype train from Wade real quick. And of course, with the back and forth with him and Vic, you were going to get that with as good as friends as Vic and Johnny are.
And the new Mr. Must See on NXT, Malcolm Bivens talking smack.
This fucking guy, you could put this guy with anybody, and he at the worst is going to be competing for a mid-card title. I mean, Bivens is straight gold. They need to, if their run with him and Diamond Mine isn't going to be very long, you need to get his butt on the main roster ASAP, like probably a month ago. He should have been on there. So he's just so good. And not only is he good on the mic, but his, like we've talked about in numerous past episodes, his social media game, his Twitter game is the gabagool, like Pat McAfee would say.
Or young Tony.
Ceizar. Dakota Kai warning Cora Jade about straight Sonya. Thoughts?
Yeah, if she said hi, Mom, then yeah, it makes Dakota Kai MILF. She's right.
Matches the Spot for Mom haircut, so.
Right. Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. Crazy Dakota Kai seems like she got hotter. Something about the crazy makes it seem like the heel makes you hot, and then the crazy makes you hotter. I tapped that on wall.
Bitches do it better, if you know what I'm saying.
I tapped that wall butt.
Ceizar, would you go to a country concert for the slightest chance to get with the flexible Casey and the bootylicious Caden?
At the same time?
Yeah.
You know they fucking. Like, how long is this concert?
Do you want to be the dark meat in that freaky sandwich?
How long is this concert?
We'll say 5 songs.
Oh yeah, I can do 5 songs. Get cheeks. Just for the cheeks?
Yep.
I don't know what that flexible bitch could do. She's probably like finger popping Ricochet's asshole while like sitting on his face backwards or some shit. I don't know what that bitch could do. I got to find out. It's more curiosity for me. I know Caden crazy. I know the other bitch is crazy.
Let me ask you this: if you get to spend a full weekend, are you line dancing to at least one song, or are you passing on that?
If line dancing gets me a percentage uppage in the cheeks, I do know one line dance just in case. So you always gotta have a plan. You always gotta have a plan.
All right, Ceizar, let me ask you another question, and you can't say both. You can only pick one.
No, I'm not going to the concert.
Caden? No. Caden, you can motorboat Caden's ass or motorboat Naomi's ass. Only one. Who would you?
Naomi got the bigger cakes.
You ain't gonna come out alive. You ain't gonna come out alive after Naomi.
Hey, but I went out on top. I went out on top of Everest or Space Mountain.
You went out on top from her bottom. No.
Yeah. Hey, look.
There's a reason Ceizar is the Sultan of the streets.
Look. I'm trying to get up in there and get reborn again. My soul will just end up in some other baby coming out in somebody else's tunnel. Jesus Christ, nigga gonna say my Naomi against Caden.
Grayson Waller garnering heat for himself. Ceizar, your thoughts?
It's good shit. Somebody's got to be the top heel. That's a douchebag. Why not be the new guy? If you're trying to rebuild all these new guys, you need some new heels, some fresh blood. I thought this was a great move. You got to get somebody there on top, whether he's like winning or he can show up anywhere. He's got a big win under his belt. He's still feuding with old guys, but still feuding with the new guys too. Like he's hated equally by everybody, even hated by both announcers. Yeah. He's the guy to do it. He's pretty handsome kid, put together. You know, body right type, buff. He's got the swag. He's always trying to bang hoes. Yeah, why not this guy?
The new Mr. Must See, Mr. Malcolm Bivens. We just got a taste. We got a taste. Damn, girl, you strong as hell.
That man went for the dap.
What did you think about this?
She be wearing them chains everywhere. Yeah, he talking, because she got all that body. She always got that body. And then, like as soon as he did that shit, I had me weak. He went for the dap. She hit that pound. And then he's walking to, come on, let's go to the ring. Damn, girl, you strong. Of course, she ain't down with mine. Damn, Bivens. That right there proves how comedically and great he is. It's like, it's not even really on the mic. So we know he can go on the mic. He can stand up with anybody. But just it's like Randy says always, the little things.
Yeah.
He didn't need to say that, but like he said it on the way out, and he's laughing about it because he's smiling because she's in the diamond mine, which he is running or managing. Yeah. And he even went for it. He's like, damn, girl, you try. He probably gonna drop that shit every other week, man. Drop something about somebody, and then it's gonna be great. It's gonna be those things.
Out of the 500,000 viewers they do average weekly, how many of those 500,000 viewers do you think know that Hercules sported those chains first back in the day?
Probably 2%.
I agree with you. Up next, we get a.
Well, actually, no. You know what? I'm going to say higher because I think it's us more hardcore fans who watch NXT more than WWE fans. Overall.
Yeah.
Like obviously, everybody who watches Raw has been watching Raw for like super long. Like the new kids watching Raw probably aren't watching NXT.
Lashing out with Wendy Williams. Jacket Time is their guest. Style Strong. Gonna wipe the floor with GYV. That's all the notes I took. Do you guys have anything to say about that lashing out?
I fast forwarded through this part.
I wasn't really paying attention.
I totally fast forward. Wait, didn't that sleepy bitch walk through?
I wasn't paying attention really.
Yeah, I think the sleepy bitch walked through on this segment. The bitch who popped up with the pillow and the thing, I think she walked through, but I fast forwarded. I was just like, why is the sleepy bitch there?
I'm gonna have to rewatch that.
Yeah, you don't really have.
Just for the sleepy. Much. Amari Miller versus Ivy Nile. No entrance. The disrespect. Of course, Ivy dominates. Disrespectful push-ups off of Amari's booty.
That's so good.
Amari does mount some decent offense, but Ivy's just too strong. Wins with the Dragon Sleeper. Zion was interviewed backstage. Tells Elektra, game on. Robert Stone, sick of the disrespect. Disrespect was dropped a lot this week across professional wrestling.
Yeah.
Then White Khali approaches and delivers a bitch promo trying to be intimidating. Stix, Amari Miller versus Ivy Nile. Thoughts?
It was a good match for Ivy Nile, but also Amari. I thought Amari looked really good for it being a quote unquote squash match. I mean, she looks like she could have some potential if they keep giving her some ring time and stuff like that. So I thought it was pretty good. Obviously, Ivy got the win and looked strong. Did some disrespectful push-ups But it was a good match for her, and I thought it was possibly the beginning of a breakout for Amari.
Yeah, she got the entrance music, the actual entrance and everything. Ivy was just standing there with her chains wrapped around her neck. Also, any thoughts on Zion or Robert Stone or Sabitch White Khali?
Maybe we're gonna get Robert Stone with White Khali, maybe if we're lucky. Outside this, I got nothing on it.
Ceizar, thoughts on any of that shit?
Ivy Now's good. I like it so far. She's beating up on, enhancement talent that'll probably, be up there one day. Sabith White Khali, Hillis. Maybe he needs some old Roberto Stone do the talking while he does the walking. And Robert Stone's always being disrespected. That's part of his gimmick.
Robert Stone brand, perhaps.
Yeah, because he needs new clients again. Damn, you know what? People on that Robert Stone brand get called up real quick.
Yeah.
And see, old Valkyrie tried to take over and her dumb ass got fired. See, bitch, you should have played your part. You played your part. You could be on Raw or SmackDown. Oh, Johnny Mundo got fired. But y'all could have been there together. You bitch. See, where you got fired. You tried to take over. Our brand's still there. But you ain't.
Up next, MSK and Riddle go through the bag, pull out a bat, a traffic cone, the spinner U.S. title.
Jesus Christ, that was this week?
He pulls out a scooter. MSK pulls out scooters as well. That was dorky. It wasn't as good as last week's, but whatever. I digress. Harland with Joe Gacy versus Guru Raj. West Side Gun was in the crowd for some reason. Harlan and Facebook Sean Fudget gear along with Timberlands. Ceizar, was he wearing Timberlands?
Yeah, he's wearing Timbos.
Anyway, Harlan murders Jinder. LA Knight, pulls up, has the Kavorka, calls out Grayson. Cora Jade out. Black-haired Mandy Rose joins commentary. Wade chubs up as he welcomes her.
He was bricked up. He was full brick. He was concrete, baby.
Ceizar, thoughts on the MSK Riddle segment?
It was some trash because they weren't getting high.
Yeah. They just kept looking at each other and smiling.
They took an international flight. You can smoke weed in Canada on Canada Air. It aired on USA.
Harlan versus Jinder Jr.
Murder that cracker. Goddamn. Piss Zank 2.0. Murder that poor cracker, man. He had some demon time. He had something on his mind. He's ready for murder.
And LA Knight has the Kavorka.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking LA Knight. Let's just go through this promo here. That cracker asked LA Knight about Grayson Waller. He said, "What? Don't ask me no crap like that. Let me talk to you." He's always like, "Let me talk to you." He never answers the question and then just says, "Let me talk to you." Also, gold catchphrase. Put that shit on the shirt. And he says, "Yeah, I got the Kavorka because I'm LA Knight." Yeah. He always goes right to left when he's doing the finger on the things, and then goes opposite way when he says the on his name. And then just pretty much cuts a promo out of nowhere, says he's looking for him, and then drops another when he rolls out. Calls him an incel like he always does. Damn, that guy's so good. LA Knight's just too good on the mic. He's great in the ring. LA Knight needs some gold. Besides the $1 million championship, LA Knight needs some gold. More gold. Too bad he's worried about Grayson Waller. And old Dex is with Carmelo and that trick ass hoe. But damn, LA Knight, man, knows how to cut a promo and use incels great. Not like a certain other asshole in APW who likes to call people incels and just rip off people's shit. Who likes to eat outside of a dumpster. I don't know why he's eating outside a dumpster. I thought Cameron Grimes was his man and he's rich. You can't buy him a meal. I don't know why this guy's eating out of a dumpster behind the cantina. But anyway, I digress. It's funny. Yeah.
Was I tripping, or did Mandy Rose have black hair?
She always has black hair.
Yeah, she's always had black hair.
Brunette. It was brunette before.
No, that shit was dark. Was it?
Yeah, it was dark.
Yeah, it's always been dark. I think maybe
debuted in NXT. It was kind of a darkish brunette, but this week it looked actually black.
Yeah, because she was probably taking anal for the first time. So, dyed her brunette. And then, I said she was looking like she was taking anal. But maybe the lights of 2.0 were just so bright and colorful that it looked brunette. Oh, no, it looks brunette here. You're right. But it's like dark.
Stix, your thoughts on the MSK Riddle segment?
It was kind of disappointing after this. I mean, after we got the big reveal of the shaman, it was going to be a little bit harder to kind of stay on par with what happened with their promo for last week. So it's kind of a little disappointing.
This was the corny side of HBK's opinion. You know what would be funny, guys? If you just kept pulling out different objects from your bag. Harlan's debut versus Guru Raj.
The better Fudget Club came out and got a squash win. So this was something we were figuring was going to happen. It was interesting to see where they go with it next.
LA Knight. Yeah.
This guy is becoming a bright spot on NXT 2.0. Like Ceizar just said, this guy need to put a title on him because he's been great on the mic and his ring work is just as good as his mic work is. They need to find a way to put him in the title picture to at least bring more attention to that title. But he's just great.
Up next, Harlan continues to murder people backstage. I guess he threw Brian Kendrick down the stairs or some shit. You're turning into quite the simp, aren't you? Vic says to Wade as he sits next to fucking Mandy Rose.
Sipping ain't easy.
Dakota Kai versus Cora starts. Cora still nursing that shoulder injury as Wallbutt is a shark that smells blood in the water, targeting that shoulder. As the fishnets on Wallbutt's cheeks rip open, Wade drops the grit line twice while discussing Cora. Dakota shocked everyone. Cora kicks out of her pin attempts. Dakota with the shovel in ring. The ref throws it out, and then Cora wins with the most devastating move in all of sports and entertainment, the roll-up. Wow. She wins all her fucking matches with that.
Yep.
Dakota attacks and tries to attack with the shovel. Straight Sonya for the save. Toxic Attraction out. Mandy attacks Cora. Stix, your thoughts on Cora versus Wallbutt?
It wasn't too bad of a match. It's another match that showed Cora, and she won with the most devastating move of all pro wrestling. So it keeps her momentum going with the possible and more likely one of her next matches being that title match against Mandy. And then we have the continuation of the feud between Dakota, my captain, versus Raquel, which will lead into a match that we find out is happening next week, which will be another probably good match. So we actually had a nice little continuation of two feuds in one match.
Ceizar, thoughts on Dakota Kai versus Cora Jade?
Yeah, this is a real good match. I always feel like lately, man, Dakota Kai's been kind of she's been that chick that they put, people with to
showcase.
Showcase, like people they think can go, especially to build a good face now because she's heel. We're going to build a good face. Dakota's always got a reason to be mad at somebody about something. Or now she's just fucking crazy. So yeah, it's good shit. Cora, held it up in there. She sold the shoulder, whether it's a shoot or it's real. And then, that bitch has rolled up everybody in their mama at this point. So I guess she doesn't have a finisher yet that she probably thinks she can execute. So she's just rolling everybody up. Not mad. I'm not mad at it because it goes along with her character. She looks like she's getting her ass kicked a lot because she is new, she's inexperienced, but then finds that fucking devastating roll up, man. Finds the most dangerous move in all sports. She's got the basics down. She's got the basics. When you have the most devastating move in all of sports entertainment, I mean, that shit's gold. This bitch wins the title off the most devastating move in sports entertainment. I'm gonna quit because I have seen, I will officially have seen it all except for somebody getting stabbed in the ring. I will officially seen it all.
Oh, I mean, there was that incident that just happened where that dude stabbed the ref to death.
It did stab a ref, but I didn't see it. Like if they got the YouTube video, I can watch that and then watch Cora Jade win the title with a roll up. And then I can quit wrestling. I can retire from watching wrestling. I'll have to start watching like Monday Night Football, fucking something else on Thursdays. Maybe Law and Order. I think Law and Order comes on Thursdays.
I know you have an opinion on this, Ceizar. Grayson Waller's walking backstage, and Tiffany Stratton doesn't show her face, but says her daddy don't like him. EO shouts at him as well. She doesn't like him. What a shocker. Ceizar, what did you think about this bizarre Tiffany Stratton sort of debuted her ass walking out?
I think the bitch has actually wrestled a couple times too.
Yeah.
She has a whole Instagram page. She looks all muscly, showing her face and showing I guess she likes to hang out with Cora Jade and some other bitch. But yeah, has a whole IG page. Tiffany Stratton or whatever her name, WWE. You can look it up. Send to the chat. Yeah, she has a whole ass Instagram page where you see her face. So I don't know why they're not showing her face, but she has a whole ass page.
Well, Sticks, Tiffany, soon to be.
She is like watered down Mandy Rose because she's like buff as fuck. Lifting the whole fucking world, blonde, put together chick, not chick.
This
like
episode
it's literally
is
Mandy Rose.
Heavily invested in Grayson Waller. Your thoughts on Tiffany Stratton? Stratton was strutting, but she wasn't showing her face. Nope. What do you think?
Yeah, she's wrestled, I think, a couple times on 205 Live. I don't know if they're using 205 Live as like a developmental or like ring work for these guys before they put them on NXT. But yeah, I mean, it was nice. It was another, like you just said, this episode was basically Grayson Waller centric. Like they're establishing him as the top heel in NXT. And the backstage segment was another one of those, especially with her, because her last promo was, my daddy likes this, or my daddy tells me this, and all this stuff. And then with her saying, my daddy doesn't like you, is right on par. And then you get EO doing what Vince loves the most, being a crazy Asian with the doing that stuff, but like he did.
Girls love the bad boy.
Yeah. So that was another one of those that show that he's the top heel in NXT.
I gotta imagine Zanka loved that segment because he likes it when Asian chicks go crazy.
Yeah.
On screen.
That's probably why he's probably watching the DVR. That's why he called the chat the other day.
Straight Sonya and Dakota continue to fight out in the parking lot, and we get Andre Chase versus Tony D'Angelo.
Young Tony.
The crowd
is fighting Young Tony.
Pro Tony, as Chase shoves Chase U brochure in Tony's face, eats a fist for it. Chase U section cheering on. They're cheering on Andre. Andre spells out Chase U while stomping Tony. The crowd's now split, by the way, because of that. You think Tony wants to go to Chase U, Wade? You can forget about it. Fucking Vic, man. Tony wins with that drift away pin. Tony on mic. Every time he finishes a sentence, the crowd goes, "Hey!"
Hey!
Pete Dunne out confronts Tony. Tony's got business to deal with. As he leaves, he attempts to attack Pete. And old Break Your Fingers Jones shows him what's up. Stomps Chase, gets mouth guard back. Someone in the crowd, I don't know if you caught this, but once Pete put the mouth guard back in, someone in the crowd goes, "Ew."
Yeah.
Grayson Waller not allowed in the locker room. Says Braun, like we said earlier, this is very Grayson Waller-centric episode. But Stixy Drip, your thoughts on Andre Chase versus Tony D'Angelo and with Peter Dune following?
It was a good match for both guys. Obviously, Tony got the win. Chase gets some moves. The Chase U band, the fan club is getting a little bit bigger, which is really good. I'm glad they've incorporated that. I'm glad they show that too, because everyone, depending on camera angles, you don't get a chance to see that. So I'm glad they do show them that. This guy fucking showing up and wrestling in that goddamn fucking sweatshirt is just, I give that guy props, man. He's doing doing yeoman's work wrestling that thing. And
fucking
young
khakis.
Tony
Sweaters and
did
khakis.
the hockey. He did the hockey fight. He pulled it over his head and he started giving him the fucking uppercuts. So it was a good match. And afterwards, we're obviously foreshadowing. We're gonna get young Tony against the bruiserweight. Which I was even like when he smashed that glass case that had his mouthpiece in it, he barely even brushed it off, put it back in. I'm like, God damn, Pete. You need to watch that shit, man. You're gonna put that thing in there. You're gonna get fucking glass in your mouth, and you're gonna be fucking spitting out blood.
Have you seen his teeth sticks? You really thinks he gives a fuck about that?
Well, you gotta think about the repairs, man. You don't want him to cause any more damage. I mean, shit. If he goes
British.
to AEW, you think Dr. Britt Baker is gonna want to be fixing that glass-filled mouth?
Hey, man, she'll get paid. She'll get paid, man.
Get paid, man.
Yeah,
Hey,
she
money
takes euros.
spins. Money spins just like the cantina. Don't care where it comes from. Money spins.
Ceizar, your thoughts on Chase versus Stone?
Fucking Bretsky 2.0 went out there and put on a good showing. But just like Bretsky 1.0, he took that L like he always does. Like, these guys are so similar, wrestling in sweatshirts, probably to hide all the chili meat. Fucking adult Bretsky, just like young Bretsky. Jesus Christ, went out there to put his heart on the line against an up-and-comer like young Tony, a seasoned veteran of the streets. I mean, you knew he was going to lose to a seasoned veteran of the streets because 2.0 Bretsky is just like 1.0 Bretsky. Loses to a seasoned veteran like myself of the streets. I mean, it's
only 2.0 Bretsky has more fans than 1.0 does.
Right, and he has a whole college, and he's not eating out of a dumpster every fucking night. I mean, he likes to bring up the fact that he won 13-6, but he's losing 24-7 to a dumpster. Like, I don't get this. I don't get it. I mean, yeah, you brag all you want, buddy, but somebody has a job and somebody doesn't.
Well, real quick, Ceizar, do you really think Tony's going to go over on Pete?
Fuck no.
Okay, good.
No. Fuck no. Tony's going to get his first
no, because Pete's contract, I think, is coming up here. So
Pete ain't going nowhere. Where Pete going? AEW? Get the fuck out of here.
He might go back. He might resign and head back over to NXT UK.
Well, I mean, it's not. I think it's still one company. I think NXT is NXT. So it's not main roster. But if he goes back to NXT UK, that's just another reason for you fucks who don't work on Thursdays to tune in around 3 p.m. and watch NXT UK, because that shit, NXT UK right now is like NXT Black and Gold was back in the day when people didn't know, when it was on the network. That shit fucking thumps. Like, everybody over there is killing it. So damn good. But yeah, I mean, what's it? Oh yeah, fucking those guys got the tag titles. Fucking, I haven't watched it, but I know Trent Seven had like an important message to say. I hope he's not retiring soon, because I'm about to kick my fucking team. He says that shit. But no, man, Dragunov, Walter, Noam Dar, fucking the guys over there. That's where the GIV came from, where they made their name. They were over there killing it before that. Imperium. I mean, yeah, there's great talent in NXT 2.0, and like I want to say, damn near a third of them came from NXT UK. Great wrestling over there. Really no kind of crazy promos and stuff. They don't really do the entertainment that we do over here, which is sort of funny and other shit. But they still do like great wrestling and great promo work.
And NXT UK is not going anywhere if 205 Live is still around. NXT UK is safe.
Yeah, main event is still around, so we know NXT UK ain't going no goddamn where.
Up next, definitely not going to be on the Hulu version. I don't watch the Hulu version, but I can imagine this will not be on it. They showed Brian Kendrick in the medical room. He has a neck brace, and then we get Edris Enofe versus Boa. Boa has absorbed powers. Edris was way more impressive than Boa here, but Boa wins with a roundhouse kick to the head. Straight Sonya then cuts a promo from the locker room, wants Dakota in a street fight. Ceizar, did you fast forward through this or did you watch it?
Joe Freeze?
Are you serious?
Angry, you froze for like a second.
Yeah.
Am I still?
I was like, is
No,
that
you're
mine?
good now.
I saw
Like,
Caesar's eyes
said-
get big.
Yeah, you said straight Sonya.
Straight Sonya cuts a promo from the locker room, wants Dakota in a street fight. Caesar, did you catch any of these segments, or did you?
Yeah. I watched the Boa segment. It's on TV. I like Boa. I don't know what happened to the Smokey the Hoe. What happened to Smokey the Hoe? She goes somewhere. Not to call that hoe no bitch, or vice versa.
She got released. That bitch got released for smoking on TV.
She pulled an R-Truth and got released.
Catering is what she's doing.
She pulled an R-Truth and got released. Oh, fucking. Speaking of that, I was in a YouTube spiral about wrestling. They talked about that R-Truth shit where he grabbed cigarettes from a fan and was smoked on live TV. And it was like one of the most like epic but controversial things to ever happen in wrestling on like live TV. And I was just like, man, we were just talking about that at work when R-Truth just smoked that cigarette on live TV. He started talking to himself because he's fighting John Morrison. Mm-hmm. And he lost to John Morrison. They're tag champs, and he lost to John Morrison and started smoking that cigarette. The creation of Little Jimmy, by the way. It was a good watch. It was a good watch. You guys should try to find a YouTube clip. I don't know what it's called. I'll look at my history. Maybe get it to you by the end of the episode. Anyway, though, yeah, Boa's still good. I got hope for Boa. Now they're making Boa all crazy, a split personality disease or some fuck shit. And you don't have a gimmick, go crazy. It always works. Put some face paint on, go crazy, call yourself Senate Chaos Emeralds, some fuck shit, be some garbage asshole on ABPW. It works. It works for many people. Why not Boa? He's got that kung fu Asian crack of shit that people can't figure out. Of course, he's gonna kick you in the head and you go to sleep because he's crazy now. So the kicks gotta hurt twice as bad because he's crazy. Crazy kicks are hurt, like more than regular kicks. So I'm not mad at it. But yeah, it's funny how somebody else looks better in a loss. They say this sometimes, how some people can look better in a loss than a person getting a win. Yeah. So I think when that happens, both people can get over in that match. It shows how you can take a loss, even if you do get some offense in. But it shows especially if you're new, how you can take a loss and enhance somebody, but you look better. So they know that's probably a future star they should keep around no matter what they do.
Well, Stix, call me crazy, but I think Boa is doomed. What is your thoughts on Boa? Did you catch this segment?
Yeah, I just don't see how they're going to go forward with General Tao Chaos. I mean, if anybody's going to be taking losses, it should be him.
Tao Chaos.
General Tao Chaos.
Oh, fucking Stix, man. Oh.
If anybody should be taking losses, we should have had this thing reversed.
Bro, General Sal Chaos. Fucking an egg roll and a Pepsi. Call that bitch a number 3.
He's gonna have a giant egg roll on a fucking stick. That's how he's gonna fucking win. Or he's gonna come out with chopsticks. He's gonna come out with fucking chopsticks or nunchucks, one of the two.
Oh, fuck.
Cynic, you're welcome. You're welcome. Use these to win the fucking YouTube championship, man. You can send me that thank you. You can send me that thank you later, my man. But I feel like they should have had this reversed. I mean, I don't see how you can advance Boa. I mean, it's just like he's kind of stuck in neutral.
Yeah, General South Chaos. Call that crack a General South Chaos. He'd fucking go over like a motherfucker.
Yeah. You might get better. You might get more clicks.
I guarantee you call that crack a General South Chaos. General South Chaos. He's on Mars. He's past the moon. Fucker's on Mars. I'm fucking done.
I sell a lot of t-shirts on WWE Shop for Christmas, tell you that much.
General
That's a potential name of the episode already.
No, fuck that. You got to name it General Style Chaos.
Up next, Grayson Waller steals LA's car with hoe included. LA Knight laid out. No.
I think it was Tiffany Stratton, though. I think it
was.
Oh, was?
Because it was a pink top and a white skirt.
Yeah.
You got to go back and look at it.
Daddy doesn't like him, though.
Yeah, Daddy don't like him, but she likes bad boys. She likes the pipe.
But you know what these girls do, man? They don't listen to Daddy. They just want Daddy's money.
Yeah, she got daddy issues, so she likes the bad boys. Yeah.
Yeah.
Up next, it's the grizzled young vet versus jacket time. Kushida and Ika Man work very well together. Unfortunately for Jacket Time, the grizzled young vets work together as great as well. Kushida getting punished by them. The Creeds come out. When are we gonna get Jacket off time? Wade says. What?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Vic says.
Yeah.
Don't make it dirty. Code for sure.
Yeah. Don't make it dirty.
I jumped on my phone and was messaging Ceizar immediately after that because I couldn't contain myself. That made me laugh so hard. I fucking love that. Wade is the best thing to ever happen.
First of all, I never thought Wade was gonna get better when Vic was like, "You simping hard for Mandy Rose," and he was like, "Simping ain't easy." Like the quickness in which he said it, and then even Mandy was like, "Man of good taste." I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "Everybody is on point at the desk right now."
I want to see Grayson take on. I want Wade to come out of retirement to punch Grayson in the fucking mouth.
Yeah, and then when he said, "When are we gonna get Jacket off time?" and Vic goes, "What?" I said,
"It's over."
I was like, "It's over." I was like, Wade Barrett is going to battle Pat McAfee for announcer of the year, and it's probably still going to be low diff for Wade because Wade's got way more one-liners.
Yeah.
So Wade's got one-liners, but Pat's got the energy. That motherfucker clicking Dasani's on the desk, playing guitar to Shinsuke.
They need to give like a Pat McAfee like camera view. They need to do it from like a McAfee view for SmackDown.
Pat has got like great visuals when he's wilding out, and then Cole's just like over there trying not to laugh because he knows the camera's on him. But Wade's got great one-liners that you just cannot defeat. When Pat's over there on the desk partying with Shinsuke and like, go and Shinsuke, yow!
You know what? My vote is going to Wade Barrett. He is the GOAT of commentary at the moment, in my opinion.
At the moment, yeah. Wade's too good. He's too good.
He's good. The Creeds approach, but Jacket Time flies onto the GYV and win the damn match. Wow. Reverse DDT Swanton combo is what won them the match. Roddy and Malcolm approached by Trick and Mello. Don't miss. Looks like you guys are going to need luck. Malcolm pointing to a drawing of Dexter versus Trick. Very funny. I love how fucking Dexter is the artist and he draws this shit. It's fucking hilarious. But before we move on, Ceizar, your thoughts on the grizzled young vets versus Jacket Time?
I like the way the GYV showing some comedy, especially for English blokes. When they come from NXT UK, like I said, is way more serious in wrestling. So they do have that part. These guys can fucking go, as we obviously have seen. And then they are highly, highly entertaining. And now they're doing it in matches as well, which will help them have longevity in a company like WWE, showing that they can move up. They might be the first tag team from NXT to actually make it on the main roster. You know, I mean, I guess what's their name? Street Profits are successful. But you know, sometimes tag teams get lost on the main roster. But no, these guys are great. They can go. So shout out to Ika Man wrestling in them jackets, man. You got to get a tailored jacket and then get space in it so that you can wrestle in it and not tear it while you're throwing punches, throwing suplexes. And these are some loud ass from the closet of Drip Rollins jackets. They're not regular jackets. I don't know where I don't know where this guy's finding them. If he's got like the NXT, budget out here in the streets, finding these jackets and then getting them opened up a little more because they don't look like they're drowning him. They look good, and then he wrestles them. So like he's not stretching them out like you could do jeans or Bresky 2.0 sweaters. So good, man. So good. Everybody's got to have their gimmick, and I ain't mad at him for these fucking loud-ass jackets. This kind of makes me want him to go to main roster just to fight Seth Rollins. Because I feel like Seth Rollins would be like, no. Seth Rollins would make it funny. He would make it funny. He'd be like, you trying to outshine me in suits and then wear it to the ring? You think I can't wrestle?
Royal Rumble. This
drip jacket?
Royal Rumble.
Yeah, but Seth Rollins doesn't come to the ring wearing the suit.
That's true.
he comes to the promo wearing the drip, and then he would be like, you ain't not gonna out wrestle me in a fucking dripped out jacket. And he would purposely put the jacket back on and try to wrestle this guy and probably tear it because his jackets are actually tailored to fit him and not wrestle him.
What if they show up wearing the same jacket?
Same jacket? Yes, of course. Or he just steal his jacket?
Yeah.
Can you imagine if he comes to the ring and just, I don't know where my jacket is, and Ika Man just comes out in the drip jacket and like sitting at commentary? You can't tell me. See, you got a smile on your face right now. You said no, but you halfway have a smile on your face.
I don't want, okay. Asians do terrible on the main roster.
Yes, they do. But if you have the right gimmick, Vince will get behind you.
By the way, do you think
like 2 months?
Kushida is happy doing this? He never looks fully invested. He always looks. I mean, he does it, but it doesn't.
But I think that's the culture. I think that's the cultural thing. Because Kushida doesn't have the gimmick of being happy. He never looked happy. Even when he was the cruiserweight champ, he didn't look happy. But I think that's just Kushida's thing. I don't think he needs. I think he's just like the serious wrestler guy, and Ika Man's just playing up the. He's always happy.
Ika Man is in it. He is fully invested in this.
Yeah, he's fully invested. I think Kushida's fully.
I think tag team Jacket Time.
Jacket Time. Yeah.
So,
but I think Kushida is invested in the character and the story, but I don't think he's the guy that's like, I'm happy. He's like a Ciampa mad. Like even in DIY, Ciampa was never like coming out smiling like Johnny was. He was still mad. He's just like,
it doesn't seem like Kushida's just like, what's this bullshit?
The sad part is I was having this thought watching it. I was just like, I don't think Kushida really likes this guy. But he keeps making it work. And so long as he makes it work, I mean, fuck it.
What are your thoughts on the drawing of the God of Goats made for Trick?
He's a fucking God of Goats, man. He's fucking God of Goats. Yeah. And then, Trick trying to say the A champion. Bitch, you know you talking to? Bitch, did you know you talking to? First of all, you talking about Bivens. Then you was talking to fucking Roderick Strong. I don't know who the fuck you think you're talking to. Nigga, Roderick Strong made that title famous when you got on your fucking waist or your shoulder. You fucking take that shit too and be double rodded up on a Tuesday night. Double rodded up. It's good shit. And then don't you even worry about that, Trick. Don't you worry about that. And he throws it on the ground. And then Trick know he gonna get that ass whooped by the god, the damn god. You gotta put a W in that shit because he the god. Gotta go. Damn right.
Stixy Drip, your thoughts on Jacket Time versus the grizzled Young Vets?
I thought this was a good match. Obviously, it was. We're gonna get maybe we're gonna get a program between GYV and the Creed brothers. Jacket Time. I mean, I'm starting to get a little bit behind him. Like you guys have just talked about it. I didn't think Kushida looked like he's very much.
I'm behind him. No, I'm behind him. I'm behind Jacket Time.
But sometimes the best tag teams are the ones if you have someone that doesn't really feel it, but somebody who's really into it. This is like the opposites thing. So I'm starting to get behind them, and I think wrestling with GYV. I mean, these guys are the epitome of tag team. I mean, they were doing this stuff over in UK. You brought them over here. They ain't missed the beat. And I guarantee you, if the WWE ever wanted to actually be legit into tag team wrestling, you could put these guys on the main roster, and these guys would just wreck shop. They would have hell of good matches in wins and in losses. These guys are literally they're the bar for tag team wrestling in WWE today.
And your thoughts on the God of Goats drawing?
Trick gone fucked up, man. You messed up. You guys thought you were gonna fuck up and make it so this guy can't draw no more. Guess what? This motherfucker is still out here putting fucking Picasso Bob Ross paintings on your locker to let you know your ass is next. The God is gonna come collect a dub on your ass, Trick. So you better watch yourself.
Trick don't want that smoke. He don't want that smoke.
Up
Hell
next
no, he
is
don't
the
want that.
main event. It's Roddy Strong versus Braun Breaker. Wade says Malcolm dressed like Kanye. Oh, damn it. I forgot to go back because he said all kinds of shit about Kanye. Did you catch that, Caesar? Wade was
Nah,
saying
man,
that
I was a little inebriated during this match.
he kept saying
And
Wade was like, "What? You're not down with Yee? I'm down with Yee." It was.
oh yeah, no, yeah. He was like, "You're not down with Ye?"
I forgot about it. Damn it.
Oh, hold on. You want me to pull it up?
Well,
Right
people
quick?
who are watching this right now, go back and watch the beginning of the
Hold on,
main
hold on.
event. Well, watch NXT in general, but I'm saying Wade was fucking hilarious talking about how he's down with Yeezy and all this shit. Wade's one of the whitest fuckers ever, but he is the GOAT of commentary.
First of all, he's fucking British, white as fuck as ever.
Oi!
Oi!
Boy.
Ooka booka.
Ooka booka.
Also on The Simpsons. No, Roddy with that technical game, taking it to Braun. Trick and Mello they're out on the balcony. Roddy targets the right thigh of Braun. Roddy dominates during the commercial picture-in-picture. Roddy hung in there a while, dismantling Braun, or so I thought. Braun's roids kick in and he comes back. It's no longer called a Hurricane Rana when Braun does it. It's called a Frankensteiner every time he does it, even from the mat. Roddy nails a superplex followed by a Tiger Driver, gets a 2.5. Yes, crowd, this is awesome. Great main event. Braun does win with his Gorilla Press Power Slam. Ciampa with Willow's Bell to Braun on the title, talks trash to Braun and kisses him on the cheek. Very homoerotic. Stixy Drip, your thoughts on the main events of NXT this week?
You froze again with kisses on the.
Am I here?
He's frozen again.
No? Am I here? I'm not here at all.
There you go. All right. So you froze on Ciampa kisses him on the, and then you went to talk again and you froze again.
I said Ciampa with the Willow's Bell to Braun on the title, talks trash to Braun and kisses him on the cheek. Very homoerotic. Sticks Drip, your thoughts on the main event before my computer crashes.
This was obviously this is a good showing for Braun. You know what you're going to get with Roddy. I mean, Roddy's going to show up and he's going to give you an A+ match, and he did that. Braun got the win clean, and we had Ciampa come out and remind young LeBron Breaker that you better watch yourself because Ciampa Matt is still in the building. And the one thing, pay attention. The one thing to watch for, they have the camera. They show camera shots of Malcolm and his fucking facial expressions on some of the moves in these matches and parts of this matches is fucking great.
Exactly. Caesar, thoughts on the main events of NXT?
Yeah, no, I thought it was really good. And even you saw old Trick and Mello up there for a while, and then they left, and then the guys talked about that. He goes, "Oh, you know, hey, champion thought he's being disrespected, so he left." Yeah, like you said, disrespect was being thrown around a lot this weekend. Professional wrestling. But no, this was a great match. I don't know if the right guy won. I don't know. Because, I guess you want to keep Braun hot if he really is going to have a match with Ciampa, but it wouldn't have hurt him to lose to a guy like Roddy. So, I mean.
There even could have been some Creed Bros fuck shit or
fuck shit. Yeah, it could have been some even Roddy fuck shit.
Yeah.
Like, so either way, like it could have been some fuck shit. But yeah, I get it. But like, if you're really gonna have Braun to fight Ciampa again, like the guy even said he didn't have matches before people until NXT. He's like gonna have 7 matches, maybe 8 under his belt, and he's fighting for the title twice.
Exactly.
That's a little rushed. I know. No, don't get me wrong. Is he good? Yes, he can go. He can cut a promo. Yeah, he's great there. He can get by. He's not. You don't go to Braun for your entertainment promo. Go to Braun for your serious promo. But no, it was great. But he laughs at himself when anybody cuts the Steiner references. When Ciampa cut the Steiner math, and Johnny said the big bad booty nephew. Great shit. And he laughs at it himself. He knows the lineage. He laughs at it, so he's not taking it too seriously. But he is hype. Yeah, he's got the roids. He's got the look. I don't know about this fucking 1980s fucking onesie he likes to wear. But it works for him, I guess. But other than that, he's great wrestler, but like little soon, little young, a little hot to like if you're really trying to have the young guys are taking over. What are they? All these other motherfuckers retiring? They still got years under their belt. They only
They're all
wrestle
the same age. They're just new guys.
No. But I mean, like, yeah, Ciampa, Madden, yeah, been there. Roddy, they all got like 12 to 15 years under their belt. Braun does not. Like Grayson Waller does not. Carmelo Hayes probably has more years under his belt than all of them, or Trick in them. But yeah, these guys aren't going anywhere. They definitely don't want to go up to the main roster just to get fired.
You know,
So
I wouldn't. You know what? We've seen a pattern here in NXT when they skyrocket somebody, Karrion Kross. They skip past the North American title. They don't even think about the tag titles. They go to the moon, take out the NXT champion, and then what happens? They get called up. So fucking Braun Breaker, watch. I bet you sooner than later, Vince McMahon probably has a hard on for him, will be called up. Who knows? But now we are switching over, Ceizar. You might want to switch your background because winter is coming.
All right, I gotta go get some more drink and some ice, and you have an hour-long match to talk about. So.
Hold on 1 second. It's Wednesday night, gentlemen, and you know what that means. Winter is coming, and we kick off the night with Bryan Danielson versus Hangman Adam Page, the AEW champion. He still has resentment of Game of Thrones, was his nameplate. The crowd was split to start. Brian, you can tell Brian loves being the heel. You can see the joy in his face from it. Brian with the mind games and jumping jacks. Brian methodical in his attacks. Hangman slowly gets some offense in. This was great storytelling going on in this match. Brian, while on the outside recuperating, a fan yelled, "He doesn't recycle," trying to rile Brian up. Hangman top rope moonsault to outside onto Brian. The Death Valley driver gets a 2.5 for Hangman. Brian with the ankle lock, you know, that's my favorite. Pop-up power bomb from Hangman. Brian tosses Hangman off the top turnbuckle onto apron. Ouch. Brian rams Hangman's shoulder and arm into the ring post multiple times. Hangman is busted open. This is the second commercial picture, by the way. Brian just dismantling Hangman's shoulder, head, just determined to make Hangman bleed. The cattle mutilation. Brian multiple kicks to Hangman's chest on the apron. Hangman dodged one, and Brian's knee hit the post, which is squared off. They always make it a point to tell you that. Hangman goes to work on that hurt leg. Figure 4 applied. Third commercial picture-in-picture. Brian squeezes the life out of Hangman in a triangle choke, elbowing the shit out of his head. Hangman with a tombstone in Texas gets a 2 3/4. The avalanche belly-to-back suplex to Hangman. Deadeye on the apron. Hangman leaps off the top rope to outside and lands on the table because Brian dodged. Fourth commercial picture-in-picture. DDT on the concrete from Brian. Brian attacks on Hangman's arm, proved wise because Hangman's lariats lack power. Or so I thought. Hangman turns Brian inside out with a spinning clothesline. Match is at 55 minutes long as of this point. Danielson with the goat stomps to Hangman. Hangman with a deadeye where Brian's head was nowhere near the mat. Brian sold the shit out of it though. He's a champ like that. Brian reverses the buckshot lariat into a bell lock. Tony says cowboy shit on commentary. Hangman with a lariat, then a buckshot lariat. Time limit expires. Draw Ceizar through his phone at the TV. The crowd chants 1 more minute, but alas, it was a fucking draw. Ceizar, your thoughts on the opening hour-long contest of Dynamite? Yeah, Mike. Okay.
Correction. I did not throw my phone at the TV.
Okay.
Because I now own a top 3 TV in the world. That's been rated that way. So I would never throw my phone at my TV ever again. I almost threw my phone out the window because I can't throw my fucking TV out the window anymore because it's top 3 TV in the world, like I said. I almost went downstairs and threw my phone at that TV because that's piece of TV that I can buy with my discount any day of the week. I almost did that shit. Yeah,
Caesar took his shoe off and threw it at his aunt. You bitch.
Definitely. I just called her. Hey, can you come over right quick? You bitch. Big man Todd.
Not even a foot in the door, bitch.
You fucking called Tony Skeets and told him to have this piece of shit draw.
ATW.
These fuckers have painted themselves. First, I thought they painted themselves into a corner with the Kenny match. And while that wasn't for the title, he was wrestling the best person technically in the company. And 30 minutes was a draw. Now wrestling the current best wrestler in the company. Won this whole tournament, fuck shit. Beat up all his friends to get here. Wrestling him in 30 minutes. 60 minutes, sorry. Into a draw. Mind you, Mangria gave you the Cliff Notes version because it was a fucking hour-long match. Fucking the match, yeah, was great. Was it a great match? Sure. It's an hour-long match. It's a great match. Both guys are well-conditioned. They can go for that long. It had ups, it had downs, it had backs, it had force. But the thing is, the commentary team, Taz said probably like 7 times, it's his your first real, because they always ask him, Taz, how's your first title defense? Your first title defense is always the best one. It shows how your championship reign is going to be. Like, you want to go out there, you want to look dominant. You want to look like you can take on everything and win. And then Heyman had a draw. So he couldn't beat him. He went out and took on everything, but he couldn't win. See, they painted themselves into a corner with that Kenny shit because Kenny, as the heel, is going to be like, well, I don't have to fight you for the title. Like, you can't beat me. Yeah, I didn't beat you either, but you can't beat me for this title, so I don't have to fight you. Like, it makes no point to have that match again when it's a draw. And you know, the crackers online going to talk that fuck shit. Oh, Vince would have had a DQ. Yeah, DQ gives somebody a reason. John Silver and then when it came out, just because they hate Daniel Bryan, beat the shit out of Daniel Bryan, even at the 58 or 59 minute mark. Daniel Bryan can always say, well, your cronies helped you, so you can't beat me one-on-one. And, of course, as the face, he would say, well, bitch, fine, square up. We can get back in the ring. I'll meet you at a pay-per-view. I'll meet you at one of these dumbass TV promotions like Winter is Coming, like you care. I'll fight you, criminal. I'll fight you on Sweet Criminal. I'll fight you on New Year's Day. Fight you in your mama's, basement. Cracker, I don't give a fuck. The face always has the way to do that, especially when it's a heel talking to him. But now it's a draw. What day are you going to say? Oh, I almost beat you. Yeah, but you didn't. So, whatever. It's going to have to be Hangman coming after Bryan, which makes him look weak because he's the champ. Of course, but he's a face champ, so he wants to fight everybody. But why are you going to fight the guy again? Who's to say it wouldn't go to another draw? So who really gives a shit? Like, I thought you painted yourself into a corner. They painted themselves into that. They finished the corner, and these crackers are stuck up on the wall like Spider-Man because they have nowhere else to go. Like, why would you pitch this again? You took an hour of TV time. It's one thing as a pay-per-view because you can make a pay-per-view as long as the fuck you want. And there's no commercial interruptions. You took 4 commercial interruptions during one match, and it was the opening match. So, you should have had all those other 3 matches, and you sucked all the air out of the room. You should have had all those other 3 matches first and had this as the last hour of television and maybe went over TV time if you needed it. But you started with this just because you wanted to make sure you got all of this on TV time and then you can rush the other 3. Stupid as shit. Stupid as shit. Especially if you knew you were doing this for an hour, which is why we were all wondering, why is there only 4 matches? Why is there only 4 matches? To post this shit, maybe there's a surprise match. People tune in and then it's a fucking draw again. So this one guy is coming to your company from a different company. Nobody else really has draws. I think Kenny had 1 draw with Trent one time. Not even a draw. No, Kenny won that match with a minute left. Right? Sorry. No. Trent? But I'm sorry. I'd put it on Twitter. An ex-WWE guy who's a well-known champion has 2 draws to your 2 biggest stars to have the champion, or the 2 last champions within the last 3 months, 2 months, doesn't matter. Because he's been there for 3 months and he has 2 draws with your 2 champs. So why is this guy coming in there getting all this hype? I mean, people are like, oh, it made them both look strong. How? A tie makes you look weak. A tie means there's no definitive winner.
Well,
he came in.
A tie. The first thought in my head isn't, oh, this made him look strong or this made him look weak. The very first thought in my head is like, oh, those poor fans. They're probably hella pissed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's dumb. It's dumb. A tie is dumb. DQ still counts in the books one way or the other. And if records matter in AEW, that means wins and losses matter. Ties are just dumb. And you got to put that in the books that he has one tie, so that one tie is going to follow him for the rest of his career. As what are they going to put next week if Hangman comes out? As a tie with Daniel Bryan. I mean, what the fuck you going to put on that shit?
No, Hangman's card is way more creative than that. You don't know, man. Way more creative than that. But Stix, at the point of the match where I thought it was over was when Bryan had Hangman in a triangle choke and he kept going, wow, wow, wow. I was like, oh, this is it. This is it. Bryan's going to win. I was like, I'm going to get a point that doesn't matter on gambling. What did you think about the main event?
For as good as this match was, and it was a really good match, this ending is horrible. You had him and CM Punk come in, and CM Punk famously said, I'm here to help put talent over. And then Danielson says, I'm here to kick talent's ass. Well, you're doing that, but then when you have matches with like the top two guys at the time, you're getting a fucking draw. So you can't even do that. I mean, you're doing more. If you're doing anything, you're helping them get over. But for as good as this match was, the ending, like Ceizar said, it sucked the air out of the room. Mm-hmm. I mean, even if you could have, I mean, even if you sprinkled like some backstage segments with the two, you still did a disservice to fans there, but to us as watching on TV, and these goddamn pictures and pictures. It's like, shit, you got 2 hours. Do like maybe 2 max, and then do your commercials throughout the rest of the show. Yeah. I mean, even if you wanted to have this be the last match and just tell TNT, since you're going to TBS at the beginning, you just say, fuck you, we're going over the time limit. You don't like it? What are you going to do to us? You going to pull us off the air? Hell no, you're going to send us to TBS? We're going TBS in January. And like Ceizar said, you could have the DQ, and then you could have the ending at the TV thing that they're going to do the Battle of the Belts. You could have Hangman and him finish it there. But this, I mean, just for as good as this match was, the ending was a huge discredit for this match.
You know what I would love to see, you guys, at Revolution? That's their next pay-per-view. I want to see from here on. I know Kenny's out. I don't know what Kenny's doing. He's injured or whatever.
No, he's like super injured, man.
He's got like a bunch of nagging injuries.
I want to see Kenny get better, of course. Of course. And we got plenty of time till Revolution. I want to see the main event be a triple threat match. Daniel Bryan versus Kenny Omega versus Hangman, because we got the draws with Bryan and Omega. We got the draw with Bryan and Hangman. Let's put all 3 of these fuckers in there. There will not be a draw. Say at the beginning of the pay-per-view, there are no time limits. There must be a winner. That would redeem this, in my opinion. But I digress.
Well, who would you have go over?
I'd have Hangman. I mean, if this guy's going to be your future, you'd have to have him. If you have him lose, you'd probably have to do a lot of building him back up on the way back to that title.
Well, a little annoying thing to me. I know longevity, long title reigns are good. I don't know.
He's the 4th champion of the company. You're going to have him be the first transitional champion?
It's not transitional if they move it to Revolution. If they move it to Revolution, he drops it to Bryan. They can always have a rematch. I want Bryan to win just because
it is transitional.
He is, but I don't think Bryan would want that. I don't think Bryan would want to come in and immediately be champion.
If he wins Revolution,
matches with Hangman, with
Was
Omega.
it like in March or something like that? I know we're
Yeah,
we're
March.
a ways away.
It's the beginning of March. I remember because Ceizar was telling me when I was locked up on the fucking home wave about the bullshit bomb that went off at Revolution, the beginning of March. So it's March. I don't think Brian would want to be champion so fast. I think he said this is the twilight of his career. He's going to end it here in AEW. I think if he wins, he's going to want to push it maybe to like a double or nothing, or maybe the next All Out. So if it did go to a triple threat, it would probably be Hangman retaining. I personally would want Daniel to win just because of the promos and the hate that he would get. But moving on, Adam Cole, Fish, and the Cucks promo video. They still talking trash about the best friends. The Cucks threatened to end Sue's career. I got a chuckle out of that one. Adam Cole says he has a Christmas present for the Cucks next week, and not sure what that's going to be. But in the most obvious outcome match of all times, Wardlow versus Matt Sydal. This wasn't even a match. Wardlow just murders Sydal. Spear demands that he pins Sydal. Wardlow finally does. Wardlow wins. Spears takes a call from MJF, wants Wardlow to pick up some champagne. This is, of course, foreshadowing to what we all know is about to happen. But Stixy Drip, your thoughts on the Cucks threatening to end Sue's career, and then Wardlow versus Sydal. Oh God, did I?
We got another good promo from the Cucks and Adam Cole, baby. Foreshadowing, leading in, hyping them up the match that they have later on, and Matt Sydal should have just walked down in a body bag. I mean, he didn't murder. I mean, he fucking murdered him. I mean, he should have just showed up in the body bag on the fucking slab, and Wardlow should have just shoved his ass back up the fucking ramp.
It was bad.
I mean, if I'm Matt Sydal, I was thinking this as I'm watching this. I'm like, man, at what point do I'm thinking, is this really worth? Am I making enough money to get this fucking murdered? Not have any fucking moves in this match. I mean, it was about as one-sided as you could get one-sided.
He should have sent his brother out there. He should have been like, "Nah, I'm good. You go out there."
Yeah, it should have been that. Yeah, it should have been his brother.
We talk about like stuff that isn't going to be on the Hulu cut.
Yeah.
Hell, this isn't even on the fucking Dark Elevation cut. This thing should have been left on the cutting room floor. This thing should not have happened.
Ceizar said disrespectful to Matt Sydal. I'm not sure where he goes from here, but your thoughts on the Cucks interview and the Sydal slaughter.
The Cucks interview was better than the Sydal match, and
that's the only thing to say. Yeah, that's the only thing to talk about than these two things was the Cucks and Cole.
Yeah.
And of course, foreshadowing a split. Wardlow, I believe, will split from the Pinnacle MJF eventually.
I don't know. MJF is paying him. Wardlow likes money.
We'll see what happens. But up next,
MJF has done worse. He's done worse.
We have a House of Black video. He spits on a hooded person. Who that be?
I'm dumb bitch. Oh.
Wyatt, perhaps? No. Up next, we get Serena Deeb versus Hikaru Shida. Quite possibly the match we were all looking forward to. Shida throws a kendo stick at Deeb before the match started. Then they brawl. Deeb eventually controls the match with a figure four around the post, squared off. Deeb continues to attack on leg during commercial picture-in-picture. Deeb takes off cover of turnbuckle bar, neckbreaker to Shida with it. Deeb just dominating until a Falcon Arrow from Shida. Deeb still dominates, exposes the turnbuckle this time. Shida wins with a jackknife pin after launching Deeb into exposed turnbuckle. After this, Tony with the Varsity Blondes, Griff and Brian Pillman Jr. butt heads over Buffy being hurt and Griff wanting to face Black. Eddie hype for 10-man tag on Rampage. But before we move on, Ceizar, We had faith in our girl Deep. She did not win. But what were your thoughts on Deep versus Sheeta?
No, it was a great match as we thought it was going to be. It was a good match. Like, I was not mad at this match. As much as y'all crackers, as much as we all hated Sheeta's fucking run as champ, she still had great matches though. I mean, you can't deny that. She had great matches. She was doing well with great people. Well, when she wrestled,
except with Thunder Rosa.
That shit did not go well. But those matches with the Doctor are good. And Serena Deeb can fucking go. They happen to mention that both of them lost in the TBS bullshit championship. What the fuck? Tampa Bay sucks. Got money on the line. They both can go. This was a great match to me. It's a good match. And then they wanted Sheeta to go over. I mean, personally, I would have put Deeb over for me because Sheeta had the title. And if you want to get Deeb up in them ranks, you want to get Deeb more noticeable, Deeb should have won. But that's Tony Skeets, the best booker in the world. Apparently. Jerking off in the back of them shitty Jordans. That's how he wants to run it.
Well, Ceizar, who gets squashed faster? Sydal with Wardlow or Griff Garrison with Malachi Black?
Oh, Griff Garrison getting squashed. That match, you can sit and watch, but I guarantee you could probably, if you had cold spaghetti and you're trying to heat it back up in the microwave, I guarantee you that spaghetti won't get hot before Griff loses to fucking Black Mask. I will bet some money on that.
Stixy Drip Sheeta versus Deeb.
I totally agree with Ceizar on this one. This was a good match, but I think Deeb should have went over. And in my opinion, I think she should still be in that TBS championship picture in the tournament. She's one of those that you could put.
I'm not mad who's still in the tournament, but I get what you're saying.
She's one of those that you can put with. She's almost kind of like a measuring stick for AEW. You can put her with with any woman, and if they can hang with Serena, then you know that they're going to be at least a good opponent, maybe a couple matches down the road for the great Doctor. I mean,
Serena. You're correct. You're correct. They shouldn't have that big Nyla Rose bitch in there. They should have Serena Deeb. Serena Deeb versus Ruby Soho next.
That would
probably
be
way
good.
Better. It'd be good.
Be good. But I mean, Serena does great work in the ring. I mean, she can work with anybody and make them look like $1 million. And I wasn't really impressed with Sheeta's title reign. I mean, she did have some good matches, but I kind of felt like they kept kind of pushing her on us. And you get that with some people, and it just seems like after that they've kind of been lost with what they're gonna do with her. But with a lot of wrestlers, they end up going back to dark elevation, and we don't see them until maybe a couple weeks down the road. And next thing you know, they're on a 20 match win streak. But otherwise, it was a good match. It was a really good match
they were
both
forcing her down our throats like Hikaru Sina. Any thoughts on Griff versus Black? I mean, he's going to spit some shit in his face.
I fucking hope he murders him. I hope this is shorter than Wardlow and Sydal. I really do, because that's about as much as it needs to be. I mean, we're all waiting to see if this leading to Black in this House of Black faction. I mean, there's obviously multiple rumors of people possibly coming, like possibly Brody King, who's a tag team champ with Malachi. So I mean, that promo kind of left you wondering, okay, who are these people? Who's the person that he spit the black mist onto, and will we see them, or will Julia come out, and will she betray old Griff? I mean, will she become part of the House of Black? I mean, but the match shouldn't be any more longer than it takes to heat up a bag of popcorn.
Agreed. The Diamond Ring main event sees MJF defending ring champion versus Diamond Dante. Oh no, I can't say that anymore. Dante Martin. MJF on mic doing what he does best, calls everyone inbred.
Yep.
MJF points out that Punk spent 10 minutes railing on the local sports team, calls Punk the new Ryback, which of course triggered Ryback. I don't know if you're following his TikTok or tweets, but yet it did trigger Ryback, calls Dante Helen Keller. The match starts. MJF does the flare strut, but pays for it. Dante standing for 50. If you caught this, his knee landed on MJF's jaw. That looked very painful. Fight to the outside has MJF screaming in Fan's face, "Do something! Do something!" While Fan is flipping him off. Commercial picture and pick. MJF in full control bites the thumb of Dante. I guess that's his new thing now, biting thumbs. Dante with a tope. The fuck? Dante with a tope con bongolios to MJF on all four sides outside of the ring. Multiple pin attempts, side headlock takedowns. Ricky Starks helps out MJF get out of pin. MJF wins with the salt of the earth. It's a three-peat for old MJF with the diamond ring. The FTR come out and help him celebrate, but the lights go out. Who is it? Someone exciting? No, it's Sting and Darby. CM Punk out with bat for the save as well. Oh boy, Sticks. The Diamond Ring main event. What did you think about this horribly booked show?
I don't really have a problem. I guess I don't have a problem with MJF winning.
Very good.
But I mean, at what point do we get a chance? Are we going to get this, and will MJF finally move on from this cluttered garbage mess with CM Punk and get him where he needs to be, which is in the main title picture? I mean, this guy is the top heel in all of pro wrestling, and he's wrestling Dante Martin, and now he's going to have a trios tag match with FTR and Sting and W and CM Punk. I mean, I enjoyed it for MJF. That's about it. Outside that, the rest of it I could have been done. I could have gone without.
Well, Ceizar, my God, do you remember what we were saying last week? Well, what you were saying mainly, you said, I'm picking Dante Martin to win the Diamond Ring because MJF is going to hand CM Punk his first loss. Now that MJF has done the three-peat, has that changed your mind? Will CM Punk now go over on MJF?
Yeah, it's going to be dumb as fuck.
Oh.
Yeah, this is what I said. I told you. If he wins the ring, CM Punk's going to win.
Damn.
He's going to win. And then Hangman's going to have to carry this old fuck during a championship match. And that'll probably be his first loss. Because this whole thing started because CM Punk said, MJF, we're both on kind of a run right now. It seems like we should have a match to see who's the real number one contender for the heavyweight title. I mean, I didn't know we were all Braun Breaker and you get 8 fucking matches and you get a heavyweight title shot. I didn't know that's the fucking rules we were playing here. Playing fucking NXT 2.0 rules. We get another fucking title shot. Punk old ass ain't beat nobody. The only person he beat was Darby. And Darby carried his ass during that match.
Now he's tagging with Darby.
CM Punk is going to beat MJF. They're going to win the tag match, and he's going to beat MJF one-on-one. Watch what I tell you. And then he's going to have Hangman carry his dead ass through a fucking 10-minute match because we know CM Punk can't go more than 10 minutes unless he's beating his meat to fucking AJ fucking hockey players. So he can't go more than 10 minutes. And Hangman's going to have to carry his dead ass. That's where we are.
Very disappointing. But you know what's hilarious, Ceizar, is this was a gambling predictions that did not count, and Bretsky won.
Bretsky won?
Bretsky won the did not count predictions with 3 points. Sticks with 2, and me and you had 1. But again,
I didn't write it down, so I don't even know what we picked.
it did not count. It's hilarious that Bretsky wins when it doesn't count.
Wait, who did he pick?
Bretsky picked.
Well, we all picked Wardlow.
Bretsky picked Hangman to retain. I mean, well, we all lost on that one. Bretsky picked MJF to win the Diamond Ring. He picked Hikaru Shida, and then we all picked Wardlow.
Yeah.
So that's
of course, because Deep. That means Deep should have won, of course. And then, no, I remember I only picked Dante Martin because I wanted MJF to beat.
Yeah. CM Punk.
Yeah. He's not winning both. He's not winning both.
I hope he does.
If he does, he's gonna fight Hangman, and Hangman will beat MJF. So once again, MJF will have his second title shot, and then he'll lose to Hangman.
MJF is definitely losing one of those matches because Wardlow turns on him. I guarantee it. That is the Mangria guarantee of the year, even though it's December. Moving on to Rampage. Rampage, we get Cole and Fish with Cutler, of course, versus the best friends, Orange Cassidy and Rocky Romero. Orange Cassidy and Rocky, hilarious double team. Rocky with the multiple corner clotheslines while Orange Cassidy slowly walked to the corner. That was pretty fucking funny. Orange Cassidy walks the top rope holding Forehead Jackson's
wait, time out. Shout out to Steel Real for us. Might lose his page for posting Orange Cassidy memes.
Did he lose it?
No, but you didn't see that photo he put?
Oh, I thought you were giving us breaking news that he lost.
No, I said might lose.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Might lose.
Taz calls him Strutting Rope Jones. Orange Cassidy makes a fool of Forehead Jackson. Team Super Click ambush Orange Cassidy. Triple super kick. Cucks fail to kiss Cole while Cole has OC in the clutch. OC kisses and pins Cole for a 2 count. Trent Beretta, the new Elite Hunter, cleaning house, taking out all the Super Click, including Cutler. Got to give the people what they want.
What they want.
Cameraman on point with that, by the way. Trent survives. This is a hell of a combination. Trent survives a shoulder breaker, double super kick, and a diving headbutt by all 4 of those assholes. Avalanche Falcon Arrow from Fish to Trent. After landing an orange punch, Orange Cassidy swantons onto most of the competitors on the outside. Trent with the strong 0 onto Fish for the win. Fish ain't doing any better in fucking AEW than he was in NXT, by the way. Got to give the people what they want. Hug again. Dan Lambert and the men of the year in the ring. Dan hating on Tony. Ha ha ha. Says he's turning AEW into late 90s WCW. Hates on Roads to the Top. How is Ceizar not beside him shouting, "Talk your talk"? Cody interrupts, takes Dan's mic. Dan takes it back. Cody gets it back. Dan gets it back. Do they only have one mic? This is a fucking multi-million-dollar company. Cody fights the men of the year, Dustin for the save. Sammy helps too. Nyla says Ruby's destination is the goddamn trash. I got a kick out of that. That was pretty funny.
What?
Tay with Jay versus Penelope with Bunny. It's a submission match. Bunny helping. Oh, yeah. Bunny helping Penelope get to the ropes. Penelope chopped the ring post, hurting her hand. I'm taking notes, but really staring at the butt me,
Of course.
Tay with the unique rings of Saturn incorporating her leg. Penelope keeps losing her grip and footing, changing up her submissions. Tay wins with some pretzel-like look and hold. The Bunny knucks Tay. I guess this is a weekly thing. Jay with the chair for the save. Then we get an announcement that there's going to be an Owen Hart men's and women's tournament announced. That's pretty cool. Mark Henry bullshit split screen with all 10 dudes. Eddie ain't having it. The main event is a 10-man tag. Santana Ortiz, Lucha Bros, and Eddie, your mother, versus 2.0, Danny Garcia, and the Acclaimed. There is 13 minutes left, by the way. This is for sure going to be a fuck shit finish. Caster's rap cut short because brawl ensues. All 10 men fight outside for 3 minutes. Then the match starts. I was more entertained looking at the time limit. Crowd hyping the Lucha Bros. Taz says, "Zero fear," showing his whiteness, even though he's not. I don't think he's white. Taz tells Excalibur to quit sticking up for the Lucha Bros because they wear masks. Commercial picture-in-picture. Eddie does his rapid-fire chops to Max in the corner. Pretty much everyone gets their shit in. Phoenix does a spinning splash to Danny Garcia, but overshoots it, and Phoenix's knee lands on Danny's face. I think everyone in this match landed a super kick, by the way. Danny Garcia rolls up Eddie, holding the trunks for the win. A 5-on-1 attack, boombox to Eddie's head. Jungle Express from behind clears out the ring. They hand tag titles to the Lucha Bros. They did a little cutaway to Eddie chasing 2.0 up the ramp. That was pretty fucking funny. That's your Rampage of the week. Stixy Drip. Your thoughts on the entire show, the fastest hour in professional wrestling?
It was okay. I mean, I tend to watch Rampage after SmackDown just because I don't have high expectations for Rampage. So this was basically another Friday shit Rampage. So I mean, you got a few things. There was a few good spots here and there. I mean, outside of that, it was one of those that you could watch, and if you don't remember it, you probably didn't miss out on much.
Well, Ceizar, of course, all of our attention was on the Tay submission match, looking at that ass and them fishnets. Know what I'm saying? You know?
I haven't watched Rampage yet.
What? How dare you, sir?
I watched the first half of it during talking about NXT, and I got to the point of Dan Lambert, and I was like, I don't want to read closed captions for this. I want to hear what he has to say.
Yeah.
And then from what you said, it sounds funny, so I seem I made the right decision. So yeah, I did watch the 8-man tag with Best Friends and all them, and then Dan Lambert and them just came out, so I stopped it there, and I'll probably watch it after this.
Cutting the fat out of Rampage, watch Dan Lambert and watch the Tay Conti submission match. You're good.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
That's about it. Gentlemen, we have made it through another tripod. Thank you for joining me here. Shout out to the great Bretsky 99. Of course, he's off saving the world or getting drunk or screwing some hoes. He's doing the Bretsky shit that he does. Follow him at the great Bretsky 99. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, all hail. Not never mind. Stay tuned.